And we are back for our final house commentary of this haunt season, and I know what you're thinking. We've had so much fun. Why is it over? Well, Horror Night starts this week, meaning that on Friday or Thursday, depending on when we all go to the event, or Tuesday for team members going to team member preview, everyone's going to see the haunted houses for this year's event, so no one's going to care about the past houses until next year. But so far, we've done Monstros last week. The week before that, we did Ghostbusters, and the first week of Loshgust, we did Insidious. All three houses that we've had in the past that are returning to this year's event. Now, why am I doing Blumhouse? Well, it's going to be a different video than typically, because we're getting it as a scare zone this year, but we've had 3 iterations of the Horrors of Blumhouse as houses. 2017, 2018, and then 2022. Meaning that all 3 of them together are kind of just a culmination of what Enter the Blumhouse will be. Now, I'm not saying all the characters are going to be there. We have no confirmation whether or not Sinister, the movie, not the icon, will be featured in this scare zone. And we also don't know about just the little details. But so far, Purge, Happy Death Day, Freaky, Black Phone, and Megan, who's not in any of these houses, but she's in the scare zone, all those are in the scare zone. So, in this video, I'm going to be giving you all 3 of those houses. I'm going to give you my commentary on all 3. If you didn't know, I really love the Blumhouse houses. I'm upset that I didn't get the shirt from 2018, the one that had Babyface and Purge, but I ended up getting the other ones, and I'm going to purchase the Blumhouse shirt that is just released this year too. But I feel like I have yapped for way too long, so let's get into this house commentary and talk about the trilogy of the Horrors of Blumhouse. So without further ado, here we go. Essentially what I did here is I blended together the 3 walkthroughs. 2 of them are from the disc, and one of them is from UO Fan. So, shout out to the Diz and shout out to UO Fan for putting out these walkthroughs. But the first iteration of this house had Sinister, Insidious, and the Purge. Honestly, one of my favorite houses I've ever seen at Horror Nights. In general, it's made me fall in love with Blumhouse in general altogether. It's fantastic. It's made me want a standalone Sinister house for the absolute longest, and truthfully, I really, really hope there's a slight hope that we see Bagul in the scare zone. I mean, it's Blumhouse, they've had it in the past. Why not bring him back? He's been in the scare zone before too, he was in Altars of Horror. So, it's there. The chance is there. Now, the one thing about the Purge in this house is like, the segment was literally this big. It was a small scene and a hallway. Well, not even a hallway, like a scare. But fun fact, if you didn't know, this room was actually supposed to be Ouija. So you can actually tell there's a side-by-side photo. I'm not going to put it up, you can find it on the internet. But this was supposed to be Ouija. Weird, but hey, would have been cool to see. And now, straight into Insidious, and like I've said before, Insidious and Horror Nights are bread and butter. It's fantastic. It's one of the most terrifying things you'll ever encounter when it comes down to Universal and a horror event. It's just creepy. The amount of stuff there. It's just, I'm excited for the house itself. The one thing that hurts me about this is I don't think Insidious is going to be featured in the scare zone at all, unless it is. It'll be nice. It'll be a nice surprise. But as of right now, with it being in a house, I don't see it being in the zone as well. But with there being the HHN bar and the original characters meeting there's probably opportunity that Lipstick Face will probably be in Enter the Blumhouse. It's a chance, it's a shot. Oh, Keyface, we will see him everywhere. He's on all of the merchandise this year. All of the merchandise. Now, I love how, like, in this first iteration, they didn't do it again after this, but it kind of goes, here's all 3 movies that we're displaying for you, and then here's a scene that gives you all of them coming after you. It was a great thing, so we ended up seeing all the demons, all the ghosts, all the killers together, kind of just attacking you. You would see Bagul, you would see the man that can't breathe, and all that stuff, so it's nice. We go from there to 2018's Horrors of Blumhouse, which had Happy Death Day and the Forever Purge. Yeah, the Forever Purge. The first Purge? The first Purge. And honestly, I'm a huge fan of Happy Death Day. It is one of my favorite movies, I just love cheesy, campy horror. But I also love the baby face mask. I own the mask. I wore it for a Halloween costume one year. But I love the fact that it's similar to The Exorcist, in which you wonder how they were going to do this house, since a lot of the scenes were similar. So it was cool to see the same room over and over, but the scares were in different locations. So it was nice. And then the party room was amazing. Also, the music in the queue for this house was bumping. It was a 10 out of 10 experience. I loved it so much. Oh, that's terrifying. Oh, no trigger, just that's some scary stuff to see. Also like this scene a lot, where it was the parking lot thing, and it was just a wide, it felt wide open, and it was in a tent. It was fantastic. Like, I just loved it. I love the Horrors of Blumhouse. And honestly, this house for me, it kind of just goes, after Happy Death Day, it just disappears. Just goes into the Purge. And a lot of people dislike the Purge, but I will say this. This was the first time we actually got the Purge as it was supposed to be. Like, this was supposed to be the Purge. It's not like it was something else and then turned into the Purge. This was the first time we saw the Purge as something in a haunted house. So, it was cool. I remember, like, a lot of people were just hating on this from the beginning, before even going through the house. And honestly, I hate those opinions. Just enjoy it at first. It's the same thing that happens every year with haunted houses. People have a negative connotation before they even see things. It always happens that way. The one thing I really liked about the Purge, like in this section, the first Purge, was there was a section where it was just like, there it is, teddy bears and everything hanging from the ceiling. It's just something, you usually see dead bodies, so seeing teddy bears is a nice surprise. And then this is the finale room. So yeah, and then we go into the 2022 Friggy and the Black Phone, which, let me tell you something, I loved this house more than I probably should have. So walking in, you start with Freaky. And I feel like the Freaky portion was not really scary, however it was true to the film. So you saw the bleachers, you saw the girl. It was like, it was nice. You saw the dagger, the little dagger, right when the house starts. And then you got that. I know there's a scare like right here too. Oh, they didn't get that scare. I like this. It was like a nice, it was a mirror effect, and the killer would come out. Fun. Now I know that Hollywood murdered. They did fantastic with this version of this house. Like the Freaky version. It's great. Oof. This scene. So we did the Unmasking the Horror tour. That scene, seeing it in, like, from the opposite side, seeing it from the scare actor's perspective, is so cool. So where the guy's body goes in, you can actually move it forward and back. It was cool. There's one thing you can guarantee with Blumhouse, is that there will be banger music in there. Now we go into the Black Phone, which honestly, I love the film, and this portion of the house was honestly one of the scariest things ever, if I'm being honest. The scares in here were fast, they were in your face. It kind of gives me the Insidious vibe, not in the whole like demon aspect, but in the scare aspect. My favorite scares right here. I call them Lightning Kid. Don't know his actual name, their actual name, but it was literally, he would just jump back and forth. Yeah, because they had two scares. I always thought that was going to move. Fun fact, closing night, it didn't move. Closing set, I wasn't there, my friend went through. So. Okay, no drop panel stairs. The drop panels were right behind you there. Alright, so this is towards the finale of the house. The final scare was a final grabber, and I love the way that it always seemed like he was getting dragged into the fog. It was fantastic. And with that, headphones are off. That was the Horrors of Blumhouse from 3 years in a row. So 2017, 2018, and 2022. I love them all. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Blumhouse in general. I'm excited for the Scare Zone. I am beyond excited. You guys should know this already. I've said it countless times. It is my most anticipated Scare Zone. I can't wait. I wonder what surprise characters we're gonna see. I wonder if there's gonna be any like interactive elements. All in all, I'm gonna be in that Scare Zone quite a lot. But out of those 3 houses, my favorite one still is 2017. The first time we saw it, seeing Sinister, Purge, and Insidious. 3 perfect movies to put together. Terrifying and fantastic. Now, I'm really hoping the Scare Zone is exactly what we want it to be. I think it's going to be very similar to All Night Dine. I really hope it is. If not, I'm still going to love it no matter what. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what your favorite Blumhouse movie is, or what your favorite Blumhouse property featured at Horror Nights has ever been. Subscribe if you guys already haven't done so, and Horror Nights is this week. Stay excellent, my dudes.